Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your September 16th to the 30th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you would like to know about the cards that I am using, they are all located in the description box below. So let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, feeling yourself become calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Let's move this just like that. Okay. Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 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 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. One bonus card. And then let's see what your chakra energy is for this time. Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. All right, these four. We have here nurturing, which is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below your feet. This is what nurtures you. This is your roots. This is your love. This is your passion. This is yourself. This is stepping in to you. And this is nurturing your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations through the earth and through the power of grounding yourself to the nurturing source of this Earth Star Chakra. I kind of visualize, what Spirit keeps on showing me is visualize yourself kind of like a plant with your roots going deep into the ground. Yeah, pulling that energy here and it nurturing you as you're growing, as you're developing, as you're becoming everything that you were born to be. And then we have abundance, which is the root chakra. All right, this is what is rooting you. You know what is, it's so interesting, this pattern of being grounded during this time, Cancer. It's showing me that, Spirit is showing me that being grounded during this time, being centered, really leads you to abundance, leads you to seeing the truth of what you want and where it is that you want to be. It's what you're passionate about. And this isn't only abundance as in calling money into your life, though, of course, that is a beautiful part of it. But this is calling what makes you feel abundant, what makes you feel prosperous, what you value as much as money, and what makes you feel as if you're doing the right thing, calling this into your life and feeling the prosperity being a part of you and feeling yourself moving forward in that prosperity. So at the root, it's knowing your worth and not, kind of selling yourself short is going to be very important during this time. You have the Earth Mother, again, the Earth Star Chakra coming through, and this is what's nurturing you. The Earth Mother is what's nurturing you, this sense of this connection to a source of power, to us all, this sense of caring, compassion, this sense of force, the sense of beauty, the sense of destruction, because nature is all of these things, and the Earth Mother is all of these things, and it is really focusing on that chaotic, beautiful, passionate power that moves you forward during this time. And then we have flexibility, which is the solar plexus chakra. No, it is not the solar plexus chakra. It is the sacral chakra. There we go. And you're going to be feeling things very much in your gut with the solar plexus chakra coming in as you embrace the flexibility within your sacral chakra, as you release a lot of negativity from this life and from past lives. You are going to find yourself moving forward. You're going to find yourself really trusting your gut reaction on things, and you're going to find yourself really empowered. And this is a real form of inspiration coming to you. And you're going to feel this a lot, Cancer, in your gut, because it's going to be also your sacral chakra. But the way it's going to really manifest for you, and the way that's easily, understood, is you're going to have gut reactions to things. And you're going to see yourself being a bit more flexible with ideas, or a lot more flexible with ideas, and a lot more trusting of your instincts and of yourself as you move forward. So that's really beautiful right there. And I love the way that it speaks to you. All right. This is also an increase of creative energy coming forward, and creative energy can also be sexual energy during this time. So here you're having that creative power move through you, you're having that creative power guide you, and just know that it can be quite intense. All right. Now, the left-hand side, this is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side is your public self, the public arena. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Swords. Interesting, this pairing has been coming up a lot right now, and that is very interesting. It's came up in the Gemini readings, and now it's come up again in Cancer. And so here, especially if you're a cusp baby or you have a lot of Gemini within your chart, there is something here about past pains, past hurts, past disappointments really coming forward, and really trusting the instincts of who you trust and who you don't, and knowing that it is a privilege to be trusted, and you don't have to feel bad by not trusting everyone. And a lot of what you have learned has come forward, and you see the repeat of the number 3 here with the 3 of Wands. You're climbing to your greatness. You're achieving more. You're looking at things with more reality, with more prosperity behind them. And it leads you to the 2 of Swords. It leads you to seeing a pathway before you that you hadn't really envisioned, that you might have thought, wouldn't be yours, or you thought you had 2 ways laying before you, and now you're seeing that there is so much more to this world than you thought. And you are really embracing that power, like that countdown from the 3 to the 2. Divinity is definitely with you in your inner self. You have the repeat of the number 3. You have the 2 of Swords leading to the 2 of Cups, so the repeat of the number 2. This is compassion coming in. This is healing. This is also, the 2 of Cups is the minor arcana Lover's card. So you have love, you have healing, you have an embracing of a greater vision coming forward. You have the Empress right here, and this is an embracing of feminine love, of greater knowledge, of inspiration, of coming together, and I love that it is the Lady of Guadalupe. We have the Page of Coins, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're moving forward in your prosperity. You're learning about your prosperity. You're seeing things more clearly, more openly, more honestly for yourself. And then you have the Queen of Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You are moving forward in passion, the passion that ignites you. You are planting the seeds within your heart, and you're really seeing this with the Earth, with the Empress energy, the Earth Mother energy really coming forward, and this caring, compassionate, feminine energy coming forward. You are embracing it as the queen for your passion, your power, your beauty, your determination. And remember, the Empress is all 4 of the queen cards. And then we have the Page of Cups. This is you coming through as a student. You are looking at things anew. You are taking in the blessings that are around you, and it moves you to the Queen of Cups. So you are at once a student and a master. You are at once a learner and a teacher. And that's going to be a very powerful and very prominent part of you during this time in the public arena. There's so much that you are learning, but yet there's also so much that you are sharing. Then you have the Queen of Coins. As the world expands, as you become the student, master, kind of like being an apprentice, you will find that feeling around you a lot. It's kind of like you are learning so much. You're also caring and nurturing about so much within you. And then it leads you to this queenliness. You now have 3 of the queens. And then you, of course, have the Emperor showing. And this is absolutely spectacular. You have the Empress and the Emperor coming through. Whenever I have the King and the Queen of the same suit from the same deck in a reading, this is a soulmate connection. This is a true love connection. This is the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself coming together. And that is definitely the power that is here. And then your bonus card is the High Priestess. The veil is being lifted from your eyes. You see things so much more clearly than you thought you would during this time. And this is an astoundingly powerful time for you. So let's see the people who will be aiding you. Cancer, September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Who will be aiding Cancer? September 16th to the 30th. Who will be aiding Cancer? September 16th to the 30th. Who will be aiding Cancer? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic, these 3. We have here Justice. This is a Libra energy, a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. This is a person who balances the scales. This isn't a person who is, this is a person who is very just, but whose justice is not, it's not black and white, white page, black print. There is no moving, there is no feeling to it. This is a person who has justice of the heart that is moving things forward. This is a person who's cutting through doubts and fears. This is a person who is moving you forward, who is helping you see the justice within yourself and being just to yourself. And know that during this time, the people who aid you and also the people you have to be mindful of, they do not have to be people you know in real life. They can be people who inspire you in a myriad of different ways. So know that this justice that comes in really brings out the sense of balance, the sense of harmony, the sense of peace within you. And that's how you are inspired by them. They're also, they're giving you something here. And it can be justice, like life is coming into balance. This person helps you put your life in balance. Maybe not all of it, but a certain aspect of things where, it could be work and home are greatly out of balance, or it can be, feeling secure within your life, within yourself, with everything that's going on in the world. Things are out of balance. This helps you feel more harmonized, more powerful, and more secure. Then we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. So this can be a fellow Cancer, of course, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. But this is a person who loves deeply and who comes from a place of the heart. And this is an emotionally very connected, very powerful person. And so here, this person is really, really, really going to speak to you. This is going to be a person who you get their passion, you get their drive, you get their, determination. You might not agree with every single aspect of what they bring to the table, but you know their truth. You know the way that they move things forward, and you are embracing this. And they're really helping you embrace what you love and move you forward in a new kind of breathless way, this new beautiful way. And it brings you to the Queen of Swords, air sign energy. Now, this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This can be somebody who you think is completely kind of stuck up. You might think them as very haughty, very kind of cold and distant at first. And I wouldn't be surprised if you do here, Cancer. And the thing is with this person, and that's the thing with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords can usually depict, if you don't do the zodiac, or even if you do the zodiac, or equate the zodiac to the tarot, the Queen of Swords can depict somebody who's kind of mean, all right? And I always don't like those depictions because I don't think it's very nice. But here with the Queen of Swords, when I looked at her, I thought, oh, she's too haughty. I thought, oh, I don't like her. And I was kind of disappointed because I really love the Druidcraft deck here. And then one day I was using these cards and I was shocked because I went, oh my gosh, Dane. She's not haughty. She's not stuck up. The wind is blowing at her and she's sitting up because she has to take in the wind, the air, the element that she is. And so here with this person, you're going to kind of misjudge them right off the bat. You are. Or there's going to be like a funny story where you once thought they were mean and it turned out they were really sweet or something to that effect. But this person is very much their element. The element of air, the element of communication, the element of change, the element that can kind of force things forward. And they have that force, that change, that power of their personality. And that's really going to call to you, especially if you are, if you are a cusp with a Gemini energy. This is going to be a power that really, really speaks to you. All right, and even you don't have to be, but if you have a lot of air sign energy in your chart, the air sign energy is coming up and it is parting the waters. It is moving you towards a greater understanding, a greater knowledge, a greater truth. And that is going to be something that is really quite brilliant for you. It can be a very strong Libra energy too, because Libra is, of course, an air sign energy. Now we have the Three of Cups right here. And I see the Three of Cups kind of very differently than everybody else does, but just take a moment to say you are crowned right here with all cups. So your emotion, your element crowns you. And that's astoundingly important because we look at our crowns and we say, well, what crown do I want to be wearing? What crown do I place upon my own head? And so here, your crown is of emotion. Okay, your crown is of water. It's changing. It's kind of more malleable. All right. So here, when you visualize your crown, and I know it might sound silly, but do so. Sit back and visualize the crown that is on your head, all right? The crown of majesty, because you have royalty coursing through your veins at this time. And all royalty, of course, deserves a crown. So visualize the crown that is on your head. It's from your emotion. It's from the depth of the emotion within you. What does that look like? What beauty is that for you? Is it beauty or is it chaos? Is it love or is it pain? Because here with the Three of Cups for me is the people who should have been celebrating you. It could be parents, it could be grandparents, it could be teachers, it could be lovers, it could be best friends. But it's somebody that you trusted to celebrate you. And they let you down. And it can be a myriad of people that let you down. And they broke your heart. They just did. They broke your heart. And it makes it hard to trust again. But you also have people around you who love you, who build you up. But it can make it hard to truly trust them because it can have this feeling to life of when's the next shoe going to drop? When's everything going to fall apart? How am I going to be able to move forward? And here with the Three of Cups, it is saying, you know what? A great lesson was learned. It was a painful lesson, but it was a great lesson. A great lesson learned of love, of caring, and compassion, of who I want to be and who I don't want to be. And if you're saying, Dane, I don't have anybody in my life who loves me, who supports me, who cherishes me, then it is your angels and your spirit guides. All right? And that right there, that's your connection to divinity. That is a powerful link. So here with the Three of Cups, you are looking at that pain. And because it is followed by the Ten of Swords right here, you are going to see that emotional pain has left you with mental scars, as it does everybody, right? Our emotional pain kind of messes with our minds a bit, and it makes us look at things a little bit harsher, a little bit, crueler at times, because it's like, well, who can I trust? And how can I trust? And with the Ten of Swords is the end of a cycle. So a certain way of seeing things, a certain understanding, comprehension is being changed. And it is being changed because the Ten of Swords is very much like the Death card in the Major Arcana. It is a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. It can also be an overkill before that rebirth happens. It can be living in the doubt, the fear, the apprehension, the despair, the despondency. Because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is a man laid on the ground with 10 swords in his back. First of all, it's overkill. 2, 3 swords definitely would have done the job. Why 10? But the swords are also a fortune in his back. And 10 is an end of a cycle. It's an end of a mental cycle. And so here you have the man in the water. You have the spears. Now I don't know the myth behind this card, and I will soon. But it is overkill. It is overkill and it is too much. And it is the person here looking on. And so here we are looking at the pain and the sorrow that we have been through, the hurt and the despair. We are seeing ourselves rise again, but not as we once were, which is a painful thing, to be reborn. But here, Cancer, what is beautiful is you are being reborn with the Empress and with the Queen of Cups. You are being reborn into power, so astounding to be breathtaking, so beautiful as to be truth. And so here, as you have the doubts and the fears, the negativity, the heartbreak coming forward, you have the healing, you have the power, you have the love, you have the grace coming around you. You have you embracing the very essence of your power, yourself, and your soul with the Queen of Cups. And as you have this rebirth, as you see the lessons that you have learned, and as you know that they have taught you valuable, valuable things, that yes, would have been easier never to have known, but have made you into a person who is astounding because you do know them, because you have lived through that pain and that disappointment, that heartbreak, that despair. But you don't have to be living in it anymore. It's a parting of the clouds. And it's a rising of the self. With the Three of Wands, you are seeing yourself ascend. You are seeing the world become bigger. You are seeing the horizons come forward. And you are seeing your truth, your goals and your aspirations coming to a head. This is ships coming in. This is ships going out. This is ascending to your dreams. This is not being stuck anymore. And as you move forward in this power and in this purpose, as the world becomes big, even if it's just within your mind, in your perception of where it is that you want to be, because it leads you to a sense of wealth. It leads you to a sense of, oh my gosh, I can have this be a part of me. I can have this power, this beauty, and this truth. And it leads you to the Two of Swords. 2 avenues that you have seen start to expand. You thought, okay, this way or that way. And now it's like, no, the world is more. There's more to this than you had ever known or would ever know. And because you are embracing the more, because you are looking at these 2 paths, but you are blindfolded and you are seeing within yourself, divinity grants you this power of truth and this beauty of soul, grants you the pathways that fit you better, because the 2 ways you're like, that's nice, but it's not really me. Now it is you, and you are being empowered because of it. So as the world opens up, there is a heightened creativity around you, right? You have a repeat of the number 3 times, right? This is divinity blessing you. We see your power here. You have the repeat of the number 2 3 times, right? Again, this is divinity blessing you. Here it is with a divine blessing, a sense of a centering of soul. And here it is a connection with creativity, with coming forward, with communication. And there's a healing that comes forward to you. This is the 2 of Cups. And this is the Minor Arcana Lovers card. It is a rift being healed. It is a beauty coming together. It is a greater sense of soul and of self. And it is saying, this is where I stand. And this is what I stand for. So within your heart, you stand for love. Within your soul, you stand for the passion of your truth. This is the story of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest stories ever found. And the oldest story for humanity is love. Because that is what spurs us on. That's what sets us apart, is love, caring, and compassion. And it is embracing that love that moves us in a direction that is healing and beautiful. And it moves you right into one of my favorite cards in this deck, the Empress, the Lady of Guadalupe. Now, I have a very special affinity for every form of the Virgin Mary. And so here, this is just absolutely beautiful to me. And I hope it shares its beauty to you. It is a sense of love. It is a sense of love that cannot be silenced. Because if you have at all, and I don't know why you would, but if you had all studied Mariology, which is the forming of Mary, the Virgin Mother, you would find that the church first excluded her, and it was the people who brought her forward. And that is with the Empress. It is a voice that was once denied. It is brought forward. It is power that isn't always seen. And it is beauty that speaks to your heart, your soul, yourself. An eternal mother. A caring compassion. Being guided. And here with the Empress, you're seeing the strength of love, which is something that this world usually poo-poos. You know, you're coddling, oh, they should go out, you know, kids should be socialized right away, everything like that. And they don't say, you know, love the nurture. And so here, or at least you don't hear that quite as much. And so here, there's a sense of love and of nurture, and of always being loved, of always being nurtured, of always being cared for. And that's what the Empress shows. The Empress shows the fertility of this world. The caring, beautiful power connects you very much so with the Earth Mother. And as you are connected with the Earth Mother, you are connected with your soul and yourself. You are connected with your truth. And there's this healing energy that comes through your heart and nurtures you. Not saying, oh, you know, kind of like that teasing taunt of, oh, you're a baby if. It's like, no, you are loved and cherished. And because of that, you are priceless. And that is the energy that is around you, within your heart, within your soul, within yourself. It heals you. It empowers you. And it moves you forward in this world, profoundly and beautifully. And it brings you to being a student of your prosperity, of the seeds that you want to plant, because you're not seeing things as, oh, well, that's foolish. It's like, no, how can I connect more deeply with my passion, with my love, with my desire, with my bounty? You're being a student. You're seeing that there is prosperity in roads that you hadn't thought. There's truth in your power. There's power in your soul. There's determination that is guiding you. And the Page of Coins is you being a student of this prosperity, of this wealth, of this bounty, of what you value as much as money. But you are also getting the messages from divinity, from your angels, from your spirit guides. And you're being a conduit of those messages. Hearing, understanding. That's where the flexibility comes in, but that's where you're really going to feel it within your gut. Gut feels for things. It's just going to be easier than sacral chakra feels for things, because that's a little odd. And so here, as you move forward in this power and in this determination. You're a student and you are a teacher during this time. And that is a role that you play in the public arena with prosperity, with the seeds that you are planting, with what you want to plant, with how you want your life to move forward, and with the waters that are nourishing your dreams and your hopes. It leads you to the Queen of Wands. It leads you to fire and determination. It leads you to action and to power. And the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have strong Aries energy within this reading. And you have a strong fire presence in the cards here, in the imagery, in the zodiac symbols connection, but definitely in the imagery here with the volcano and with the fire around her. And then you have Aries right here. So you have a connection here to fire, and you have a connection above to water, So it is the waters of the soul. It is the healing, it is the life-giving waters that crown you, and it is your fire, your passion, your determination that ground you, that move you forward. And with the Queen of Wands, you are embracing your love, your hopes, your dreams. This is what gets you out of bed in the morning. This is what drives you forward. This is what absolutely inspires you. And as you embrace, you see more. You see more and you connect with your inner magic, the God's head within you. Remember, Brahma said that he hid the God's head within man, because that is the one place that we would never look for it. And now you are turning within. You are seeing this power. You are seeing this truth. And you are ignited by it. You have very strong queenly energy here. Profound queenly energy. Now, for me, the queens are more behind the scenes than they are center stage, though you do have the emperor. So you, in the public arena, you have the queens, right? But you have the emperor. So you're going to prefer to kind of be behind the scenes and things, but the emperor also makes you profoundly seen. People are definitely taking note of you. There's also a sense with the queens that you can move a little bit more freely. Think of a chessboard. You can move more freely. The queen can move more freely than the king can. And so here you are going to find that there's a freedom of movement. There's a deeper understanding. There's a way that you see behind. With the High Priestess kind of looking over all of this, the veil is lifted. You see behind the mask that people wear, what everybody wants you to see. You see a truth. You see a power. You see an understanding. And it leads you to the Page of Cups. It leads you to you being a student of what you love and what you desire. It leads you to you being a student of your emotional truth and your emotional power. And as you are learning more deeply, and as you are seeing more clearly of what you want and what you need, right? You are inspired emotionally. You are drinking deeply of the cup of inspiration. You are deeply connected with your angels and with your spirit guides. And as you are, and as you kind of taking everything in, you're being a student, you see that you can move forward with an alacrity of mind that is not, kind of weighed down by preconceived notions. And that's also going to be with your prosperity. You have an alacrity of mind here that moves you forward in prosperity and in emotional truth. You're not going to be held back like other people are. That can mean that it's very hard, and it will be very hard for people to really understand where you're coming from, because there's such a creative, encompassing energy around you that they're just not seeing it. It's kind of like being ahead of your time. And you will feel that way during this time. You will feel ahead of your time. You will feel as if you're seeing something that maybe is wrong because everybody else isn't seeing it. Everybody else isn't seeing the long term, but you are. And it's not wrong at all. Trust it. Trust it as you move forward, because you are being a student of what's truly important to you emotionally. And as you take in this energy, what I love here is you have the Ten of Swords, and this is true heartbreak and pain and disappointment and all the muck and the mire that you have been through within your life. And then you have this healing, beautiful energy of the Empress coming in. It's kind of like, think of the Emperor as holding you in the hands, right? In his hands. And then the Empress sits right there with you, saying, yeah, this is a bumpy road, but I will always be there with you, always be guiding you forward. And that leads you to the Queen of Cups. And I remember one of my teachers in the tarot saying to me, she says, the Queen of Cups is second in beauty only to the Empress. And that is going to be the truth here. As you drink deeply of your emotions, as you claim this power of your heart's truth, the beauty that you have is amplified because it is in the line of the Empress. Because you have this compassionate heart, this beautiful soul. There is an emotional understanding to you and depth to you that some people actually might find a little bit scary, because you see, and especially with the High Priestess here, I mean, this is power. This is absolutely a powerful combination. You see things so much clearer. You see things so much more honestly. You see the heart of the matter instead of what people are trying to sell you as the heart of the matter. And because you do so, you need to trust your emotions. You need to. And you might have bad feelings about things. You might want to tell people about it. Okay, you might want to sit there and kind of save people heartbreaks and pains and disappointments. Know that everybody's on their own journey, and they're not seeing as clearly as you are right now. You are seeing astoundingly clearly. And it leads you to a place of prosperity. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? As you ascend to the power of your wealth, and you become a queen. You become a queen of wealth and of power. You become a queen of the way that things are connected. You become a student of the way things are connected, and then you become a queen of the way things are connected. You can see the bigger truth, the bigger power, the bigger way forward. And as you do so, you see what is truly important to you, what you truly desire. Because the queen's here, right? One of the sea and one of the earth. And that is what makes up our globe. And so here, you are seeing the truth of all that is important to you and all that you need. Trust yourself. Trust yourself as you move forward. Trust yourself as you embrace these insights and these understandings. You are looking at the prosperity that you are planting, the prosperity that you are nourishing, and you are keeping this prosperity for generations to come, for a powerful realization. It's kind of like you're looking at your garden. And I like to think of life as a garden because it just makes sense, and I like the imagery. And think of it as, this empty plot of land. When we were born, it's pretty empty. But then, weeds get thrown in and everything like that because we have all this chaos that we grew up with and everything. And so here, there is a sense of looking at what you want to plant and how you want to weed your garden, how you want to make it beautiful in order for things to be prosperous, in order for things that you want in your life to be there. And so here, it is really sitting there and looking at this garden and saying, what is it that I need to remove to have me flourish? And what is it that I need to plant to keep me sustained? And then you have the Emperor. And the Emperor is King Arthur. And the Emperor here is Aries energy, a time frame March 21st to April 19th. The Emperor is power and truth. The Emperor and the Empress coming together is beautiful. Both have stories of compassion behind them, of caring, of understanding. The Emperor, of course, is much more hot-headed than the Empress. But this is love. This is a soulmate connection. This is a true love connection. This is the beauty that keeps our world going round, the caring and the nurturing and the fighting and the protecting. And this is the power of us, of our souls and ourselves, of what we need to survive and thrive in this world. And we tend to always put one above the other. Either we will be the type of person who puts nurturing above the fighting or fighting above the nurturing, but we need them to both come together, to be, because we need to thrive. And this is a connection with the Emperor, is a connection to divinity, right? And as we connect to divinity, I always see this as calling upon the wisdom and the power of King David. And what I love about King David in the Old Testament is that he was human. He made mistakes. He fell down. He wasn't the pettiness of the Greek gods, and he wasn't perfection of Christ. He was someone who tried. And he tried his darndest. And he achieved a lot. But he also messed up kind of royally. And is giving us the permission to do so, just as King Arthur tried and failed. And tried and got there. He tried his best. But he didn't always get it right. And that's how we have to understand ourselves. We try our best, but we don't always get it right. And instead of berating ourselves and saying we do not have the power to rule our lives, it is saying, all right, I made a mistake, but I'm still in the arena, and I'm still fighting for me. Remember, a positive Aries. A positive Aries is like King David, is like King Arthur. A negative Aries is like Nero, who plays his fiddle as Rome burns. And it is knowing that you have this power in your life to choose the energy of the Emperor that is going to be surrounding you and fighting for you, and also to repel the energy that you no longer want in your life. This leads you to the High Priestess. You are lifting the veil from your eyes. You are seeing things so much more clearly, so much more powerfully than others. And as you see things more clearly, and as you see things more powerfully, you know truth. And this can be astoundingly overwhelming. This could be too much. You might have to say to the universe, calm it down. I cannot take this much insight. I cannot take this much understanding because you have so much coming at you. You have so much power and so much beauty that you are dealing with. And so much moving, the sense of moving away from what has kept you stuck. And especially your heart, your soul, the believing in the power of you. Because you've always thought, or for a lot of you Cancers, you have thought that you're not really quite as strong as everybody else. And you wish you were more like the Emperor, just able to go out and get what you want. And you might have even tried changing you just a bit, or maybe a lot of it, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't feel right. It feels like you're wearing a mask. It feels like you're slowly suffocating yourself. And the High Priestess is saying to take the mask off and to be truly you. You might have to do it slowly because it is tremendous to feel so much and to have so much come at you emotionally and intuitively. But you are embracing this power and you are seeing greater truths, seeing much more openly and profoundly. And as you see these greater truths, you will see the people that you're like, is this really worth my time to trust? And you will see the people that you're like, no, they're not. Trust your instincts. You will be guided very profoundly in that way. Let's go deeper. Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Show me more deeply. Show me more deeply. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. And let's see the people you are to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people Cancer is to be mindful of? September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Who are the people Cancer is to be mindful of? September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. These three. We have here the Princess of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody who is going to be very young, or at least very immature, and come across very biting with their words. They're going to know exactly where to hit, and they're going to strike there. They just are. They're going to hit nerves, and they're kind of going to like getting a rise out of people, which is something that's just, it's really not going to fly with you. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy, time frame August 23rd to September 22nd. This is a person who doesn't see the world the same way everybody else does. And you might find that, and you will find this, a bit intriguing. But they are really on their own journey. They're doing their own thing. They are guiding their own way. And so here it's kind of like you want to connect with them, but you have to be mindful because they can only see their journey. They can only see the small light ahead of them that is illuminating the road for them. And they're not going to be able to see your road in the way that you're illuminated. Okay? And then we have the Princess of Pentacles. This is an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. This is somebody very nervous around money, very much doubting themselves, the way that they move forward, wanting help, asking a lot of questions, trying to dive deeper, but they're also going to get things kind of muddled. So just be mindful of that. They have a tendency to bite their nails or twirl their hair, is what I'm seeing. So we have the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy coming forward. Time frame November 22nd to December 21st. We have the Seven of Swords. The Three of Coins. The High Priestess again coming through. Now in both decks. That's beautiful. The Two of Swords coming through in both decks. The Nine of Swords. The Ten of Wands. And the Devil. Oh, wow, that's really quite interesting. So the Devil is Capricorn energy, time frame December 22nd to January 19th. What you're seeing here with the fire sign energy of the Knight of Wands, moving slowly and steadily forward in prosperity. And the Knight of Wands is the second fastest moving knight. So I don't know why Spirit is saying slowly, but you do feel like you're moving slowly and steadily towards your passion, towards what you desire, towards what you want, towards what you need. And this is a sense of really embracing your power, your understanding, the fire that guides you forward. And it's really coming forward with Sagittarius energy. It's being astoundingly curious. It's needing knowledge, kind of soaking everything up like a sponge. It's moving yourself forward. It's finding a balance, finding a reason. And that's what you're fighting for. So you're going to go through spurts of having yourself charge forward really quickly, really kind of full throttle, and then slowing down, taking it all in. And that's going to be the balance that you are pouring into your cup, because it is the waters that you are pouring into each cup. It is the water of night and the water of day. And you are going to see yourself finding a balance, finding an understanding, and being guided by this truth. And as you have the Seven of Swords coming in. And the Seven of Swords is gathering up the knowledge, gathering up the inspiration, and moving forward. You have to leave some things behind. You might even feel a bit sneaky with what you're gathering up and what you're leaving behind, because it's very personal for you. And you might think, oh, well, if this person knew it or if that person knew it, they wouldn't understand. It's not their journey, it's yours. Why would they need to understand? And I understand that that's very easy to say and very hard to put into practice. Why would they need to understand? But sometimes things are very personal. And let things be sacredly personal for you as you move forward. There is a prosperity that you have been working towards. There is a power that you are calling in. The Three of Coins over the Two of Cups and the Empress. And this is something that has taken healing for you to have. This is now lighting your way and moving you towards more wealth, more prosperity, more bounty within your life. As you see things clearly, you see things without the mask, without the doubts and the fears and the apprehensions, or without the conforming to what everybody else wants you to see. You see things with the High Priestess. And I always see the High Priestess as the Oracle of Delphi. And the Oracle of Delphi, was this woman who sat in this cave, kept away from all the world. And yes, they have shown that the cave had these gases in it, and they say, oh, well, the Oracle of Delphi was probably just high as a kite and just babbling. But people from all over the ancient world came to hear her prophecies. Alexander the Great heard her prophecy. And there is this power to the words. And there is this power to the belief. And that's what you're seeing here. This power that is moving you forward, this power that you are embracing, that others might write off, might not be able to understand. But why would others seek it out? Why are you seeking out this greater truth? Hold firm to this knowledge that is meaningful to you. Hold firm to this power. It's opening up doors. Now, it can open things up a little bit too much, so do be mindful of that. And if things get too intense, tell Spirit, I can't take this all in. Depending on where you are in your journey, depends on how much you will be able to take in, how much you will be able to handle. The Two of Swords shows, with this prosperity and this knowledge coming forward, a path opening up to you that you hadn't expected. You had thought it would be A, or it would be B. And you're like, okay, well, I guess, if you have to go one or two ways, choose the best one for you. But none of them were really right. And now you're choosing what's right for you, what fits. It's starting to come. It's starting to coalesce around you. And then you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, it's nightmares, doubts and fears and apprehensions and overthinking things and not sleeping at night. And Lord knows I am more than guilty of this. It's like the doubts, the fears, the anger, the anguish, the worries come in of life. And it's like, well, what if? What if? And you might find yourself, thinking about worst case scenarios for everything, or thinking of everything that you have to do, or just nightmares, doubts, fears, despairs. And it's like, enough, because it keeps you. It's right over you as a page and you as a queen. It's right over you as a student and you as a ruler. And both are needed. Because once we stop learning, what's the point? We should always come to life and come to things with an open mind and an open soul. And then when we stop ruling our lives, when we stop, moving ourselves forward and taking control of things, of our destiny and of ourselves, we lose power. And this is that. This is the sense of, well, what does it matter? I can't. How do I? And it holds you back. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you come to things dulled instead of sharp and in tuned and empowered. This is facing the nightmares, the doubts and the fears, and saying no more. This is allowing yourself to be free and to be calm and centered. You then move from 9 to 10, the 10 of Wands. You have carried so much on your back. It has to do with prosperity. It has to do with the wealth that you call into your life. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll just take it on. And that's so you, Cancer. I'll just take it on. I'll just take away this person's burdens by putting them on my shoulders. And it's like, enough is enough. Now it's time to embrace your prosperity, yourself, and your bounty. It's time to put down what you have been carrying and light that barn fire. And set your world ablaze with passion, with beauty, and with creativity. This is the time. And with the Devil card here, the Devil fights with the Emperor. The Emperor rules and the Devil tempts. And the Devil is tempting you with all your addictions, your doubts, your fears, your apprehensions. And addictions don't just have to be drugs and alcohol and gambling. They can be, anything in life that keeps you from living your best life, from living your true glory and your true beauty. And so here with the Devil, you are facing that. You're also releasing yourself from the chains of this world, from having to be a certain way and saying, no, that is not me. That is not me. I will be me, and I do not care if you mock and if you ridicule. I will be happy, and you will be doing what you were told and floundering. And so you break yourself free. And by doing so, you move yourself into power, into beauty, and into a powerful release. And you ground yourself, because Capricorns are profoundly grounded on this earth, focused and dedicated. And so you ground yourself in your dedication to what you want to achieve on this earth, the waters that you want to flow forward. Let's see your subconscious. Not your subconscious. Let's see your spirit animal message. Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. September 16th to the 30th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, these three? Okay, fantastic. So we have here first the seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. Watch and wait what develops. You don't always have to be in the thick of it all. It's like the queens that come forward. They are the directors. They are watching. They are waiting. They are seeing how everything progresses. And then they come in and they clarify, they define, they make it better. And that's what you're doing. It's not that you're being passive. It is that you are looking at things. You're getting the whole view, like the high priestesses that have come through. You're getting the whole view. And then you're saying, I know what. I know what needs to be done. Then we have the panther spirit. Reclaim your power. Watch, wait, and reclaim. Reclaim the power that is you, the power that fuels you. Reclaim your voice. And then we have the crow spirit. You co-create with spirit. You're co-creating, you're connecting, do not be afraid. It might not look as pretty as you want it to, because, crows, we sit there and we're like, ooh, crows, they're not the prettiest of birds. But you'll be able to see, as you co-create, the depth of color, the purples, the blues, this creation with spirit, which can feel overwhelming and a bit scary, and maybe even, a bit ugly, because, it can't really be seen as clearly as we would like to see it. You will see it take on a depth of color, a depth of beauty. But it can also seem a little bit ugly, because we have to look within. And we have to cut through all the doubt and the fear and the chaos that the world has thrown on our shoulders. We have to repel it like the Ten of Wands and claim our power and stand upright in this world with our heads held high, flying towards our dreams. Now, if you see these animals in the wild, or you see an image of these animals, this is your angels and your spirit guides. Well, this is your spirit animals also tapping you on the shoulder, saying, remember me, which I think is really pretty. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the brown bear spirit. Take time out. Take time out to connect with the seeds that you have planted over your heart. Take time out to connect with your passion, your desire, your purpose, and your truth. This connects you to your subconscious person message, which is Scorpio energy, a time frame October 23rd to November 21st. This is being a little bit more secretive. Okay, so you have very powerful water energy around you. You have yourself as, you have yourself as a Cancer. You have the Scorpio energy coming in. It's very powerful, very deep water energy. And you're going to be seeing things much more honestly, much more truly, much more intensely. Remember, the Scorpio can sting. So the Scorpio sometimes uses the knowledge that they see to keep others at bay. So just be mindful of that there can be this little bit of a stinging truth to your words during this time that you want to kind of put forward as gently as possible, if at all. You can kind of keep that for you as your knowledge and your power. Your subconscious chakra message is clarity. This is the third eye chakra. The third eye is opening. Clarity comes. You see things profoundly clearly and profoundly powerfully during this time, Cancer, which is absolutely beautiful. It might actually be a little bit too clear and a little bit too powerful, so just be mindful of that. Then we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is walking away from something you once thought you would love. It's beautiful. It could still be beautiful, and you thought maybe it was the perfect pair, but it wasn't right. It doesn't fit anymore. It's like shoes that pinch your toes. They're not comfortable. Why would you wear them? It's walking away. And it's walking towards what feels right, what empowers, what emboldens. And it's an ending sometimes that is bittersweet. It is an ending as severe as a divorce. And it doesn't mean a divorce per se, though it could, which could be very freeing. But it also means a sense of walking away and severing ties that take time and take effort to really heal from. This leads you to going deeper into your subconscious tarot message, to the Page of Wands. You're a student of your passion, your fire, your determination, and your dedication. So you had the Queen of Wands come, and then you had the Page. You have had a Page come with every single queen that you have. So as much as you are the queen of the situation, the queen of your passion, the queen of your prosperity, the queen of your emotions, you are also the student. Do not forget that that's what makes you so powerful during this time, that you are learning so much and you are taking so much in, and you are being guided to greatness. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we step into our power, our determination, and our grace of self and soul. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you walk in peace and harmony, Cancer.